we're headed out for a youth deer hunt, and this time it's Kate's turn to call the shots. Next on the Journal. From the north, south, east, and west, from the woodland and plains and waterways, come challenges and thrills and excitement for every member of the wilderness family. These are our stories, our adventures from the wild places, both near and far. All of our hits and misses, the memories, our time spent living the wild life. Join us. Come past the streetlights. Step into the real world. The world of the Wilderness Journal. The Journal is underwritten by
your Cadillac area Kubota dealer, the Ina Store, with a full line of Kubota tractors, including the L2501 Compact and the Kubota RTV X850 Utility Series. The Ina Store in beautiful downtown Ina, Michigan. And by Mads Outdoor Products, a full-line Avalon dealer. Mads also features Featherlight trailers, livestock stalls and chutes, as well as boat, dock, and lift packages. Mads Outdoor Products, in the center of it all, Harrison and Cadillac, Michigan. And by
with over a century of experience in the Indiana and Michigan area, Reith Riley is a full-service asphalt paving company handling commercial, industrial, and privately owned paving projects of all sizes. To learn more about Reith Riley,
and by J&J Smoked Meats, makers of ready-to-go, high-protein, low-sugar snacks. At home, or the game, anywhere, and everywhere. J&J Smoked Meat Snacks.
And by viewers like you. Thank you. Hi, friends, and welcome. Today we're headed out in our home state of Michigan for their 2-day youth deer season. Our granddaughter Caitlin Lilly is going to go out, and this time it's her turn to show she's got what it takes to be a standalone deer hunter. She did the scouting, put out the cameras, she picked the stand site and prepped it. This is her hunt, her chance to show me she's ready, and I think I'm a little more excited even than she is. I truly hope that she can go out, put it all together. She's chosen a great place. We've hunted there many times, Mr. Charlie's Farm. And this time it's all gonna be on her. Hey, I'm your host, Kyle Randall. This is my Wilderness Journal, and we're going out with a young lady on a mission right now. Caitlin had us in the blind before the owls started their morning hoot. And at very first gray light,
see the deer over there?
We could already just barely make out deer out in the field. It would still be a few minutes before legal light, but Caitlin's decision to be there watching early proves what I've always said. Better to be an hour too soon than 10 seconds too late. As it brightened a little, we could see deer moving in several directions. We could see does and fawns, and at least one small buck with something strange on his head.
Anything you like?
Young buck.
There's the young buck?
Yeah.
What do you think? Oh, look at this one right here. Look at this little guy with the funny horn. Look at him coming right here. Be still, he's coming right, he's looking right at us.
In the first gray light of day, it was really difficult to make out just exactly what was going on with this young guy. Fortunately, for Kate at least, he decided to walk right up in front of us and give her a good look.
What's wrong with his antlers?
And it turned out that one of his antlers, his left antler, was actually growing down along the side of his head. sticking out just behind his eyeball. This was a unique looking deer, and I wondered, would Kate decide to take a run at him? I covertly kept an eye on my watch to see as the moments ticked by until it was actually legal shooting light. And when the time finally reached legal, well, that unique young buck, he was still standing there. Now, I thought, now we'd see.
There comes another deer, right?
And we did. We saw another buck walk across the field about 100 yards out.
There's another deer over there. There's 5 over there now.
Kate just watched him as he crossed the field and headed over to a group of deer that had gone by us earlier. There were now 5 or 6 deer over there, including that second buck. But she never reached for a rifle. She just kept watching. And then she turned back. The buck with the bent antler was actually getting closer. He was walking right up to us, right in her face.
Something over his antler.
Yeah, he's kind of got one side hanging down by the side of his head. He's going to come running past us.
And when he walked by at less than 30 yards,
What do you think? Yeah, I'd say let him go a little bit. Just a young guy.
yeah, Kate had decided to pass. She was going to wait. There were a couple of does at first light much too far across the field for Kate to consider, and there was also that young buck with the bent down antler, and it walked right in front of us, but she decided, for now at least, she was going to wait.
There's more over there.
And while she waited, Kate kept an eye on the does and fawns across the field, until I noticed another deer back the way that bent antlered buck had gone.
Hey, what's this? What's this right here?
And friends,
What's out there?
this wasn't him. This was a gorgeous buck. He must have come out of the woods to our left. He certainly didn't come across the field, but I can tell you this much. One look was all Kate needed.
Is it? It's a buck. It's definitely a good buck. Sure. Here.
He was just standing there watching more deer coming into the field, and I peeked over, and ever so slowly Kate was reaching for Whisper.
Careful.
Yes, she had decided to use that rifle on her hunt as well. In my opinion, yet another good decision.
Put it in the cradle. Can you see him? Just wait for him to turn sideways. Go ahead and take your safety off nice and quiet. Atta girl. Okay, can you get on his chest?
I am on
Take your time. Just get him in the scope, get it on his chest. Can you see him good? Huh?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Get right on his chest. He's just standing there all the time in the world. You got it. Go ahead, if you feel comfortable, get it on his shoulder and just squeeze. Okay, if you know you got it, go ahead, squeeze it off. You ready? You hit him, baby. You hit him. I see him kick. Watch him. I think he's down right there. Nice job. Oh, he ain't going nowhere. What do you think? What do you think? Right there, you betcha. I'll give you 10 of those. Here, make your gun unsafe. Make your gun unsafe. Oop, knocked over there. It don't matter. That deer ain't going nowhere. What is it? It's 11 minutes after 11 minutes. I stumbled around the mountains for a week, come home with nothing, you're out here 11 minutes. You are the luck girl, I tell you, that's amazing. Did you have somewhere to be? Oh, goodness, I'm so proud of you. Mwah! Nice shot. Boy, I'll tell you what, that's a pretty nice buck. Nice buck. I can't tell you how many points he has. I think it's 7 or 8, but I could see that one side up had 4. That's awesome, buck. You want to put your gun up? I think we're all done with that. You did a great job. I am so proud of you. You picked your own spot. That's the whole thing. This is just like Kyle last year. This was all you. You decided the spot. You figured out the whole thing. Set up your blind. That this is your last pa helping. Now you're ready to go on your own some, hey? You think? After we got him?
Until I have to carry him back.
Yeah. Pa's always going to be there to carry him back, honey. And if I'm not, I'm sure your mom and dad or Uncle Rob, Kyle Jr., somebody will be there. That's the great thing about family. But this is it. You did it. You picked the spot. You got the blind. You got the whole thing. And I was going to tell you, you're going to have to recover your own deer and go trail it, but I don't think that's going to be an issue.
He ran right towards the road.
Yeah, he even run toward the road. You got the luck. He's still there. You see one moving? 2 moving. Uh-oh.
Friends, Kate had made a great shot, but while we were talking about going and getting her deer,
You see that one?
more deer started coming into the field.
Deer over there. Over by the oak tree.
We got a little quiet, started watching, and more and more deer were still coming.
Boy, there are a bunch of deer out here.
So I asked Kate if we could just sit here for a little bit.
There's our bucks, too. And they're all checking out your deer. We're going to wait a minute. I don't want to spook them. Okay? Just watch.
Kate had made a great shot and got a tremendous buck. It even turned and ran toward the road. My deer never do that. They always wind up in some swamp somewhere. Still, before we could even go look at it, more and more deer started coming into the field, and I really didn't want to spook them. So I asked Kate, hey, do you mind if we just sit here for a few minutes and let the deer leave on their own? And she very maturely agreed.
There's even more deer coming. We'll just sit here and let them go by. There's no reason to spook them.
There were more deer still coming, including these 2 young bucks that appeared to be mirror images of each other. One had a fork on one side and a spike on the other. The other buck had the exact same configuration, only flip-flop.
Well, Charlie said there's a lot of deer out here. This is a pretty good spot. Can you tell? I think the one's a forked horn. I can't tell the other one. There's some more right there. Look, there's more deer coming. How'd you get this spot? No, I ain't bigger than the one you got. It's not older. It's a 2-year-old though. Yeah, that one front one's a little spiker. Those are all 3 months. We can't go get your deer because there's deer in the field. What a predicament. You are the lucky girl, I tell you. I really don't want to spook them. There's no reason to, if that's okay. I know you want to go get your deer, but I don't want to spook them.
As Kate and I sat there half whispering, 3 more bucks had walked into the field. And now one of the younger bucks was trying to pick a fight with...
That little guy's going to get his butt whipped in a minute. You see him pushing on that bigger buck?
Well, let's just say he was punching above his weight class. Yeah.
Them 2 guys don't know what to do. Can't even go pick your deer up because there's deer everywhere. Well, you can sure tell the difference between a 2-year-old and a 1.5-year-old, can't you? Look at the size difference in the deer.
Are they fighting?
Yeah, a little bit. I wonder if it's like who gets the last cookie or... Kind of neat that you get to sit here and keep watching deer, though, huh? Yeah. It's quite a deer hunt. Them two little guys going, what do you think? Oh, I think we ought to stay over here and mind our own business. Stay in one piece. These two are still scrubbing. It's like two high school boys in the cafeteria fighting over the last biscuit there. The little guy's got a lot of spunk in him. That's another buck. Comes another buck right at us. Good catch. Boy, you got a heck of a spot here. It's too bad there aren't any bucks around.
We have 6 bucks right
While
now.
we had been watching the scrum, another buck had walked up across the field, and when it got close, Kate noticed that this one had a bump on the side of its head and another on its neck. She whispered to me wanting to know what that was, and I told her most of the time they were like goiters or infections, a cyst that had become infected.
There's more deer out here now than there was when you shot. That's a different deer. Right straight out there. Here comes another one.
And while he was sitting right in front of us, even more deer started coming into the field.
Pretty quick, you're gonna have to start doing advanced math to keep up with all of them. They're all going over there by your deer, checking them out, going. I've seen bucks run over and start trying to fight with them. They'll actually start beating up on it. I've seen that before.
My friends, wait a few minutes, give the deer a chance to leave on their own was turning into a real test of willpower and self-control, especially for young Kate. She really wanted to go get her hands on her deer just like anybody else would, but more and more deer were pouring into that field and she was trying to hold out. I have to tell you though, I knew she couldn't hold out forever, and it was kind of beginning to feel like that's how long this was going to take.
They're a little leery of him, aren't they? I think he was one of the bigger boys out here, and they're a little cautious of why. Yeah, okay, they're a lot cautious. They didn't all talk themselves out of it, though, did they? That one bigger buck is still there. He didn't run. There ain't no reason in the world to spook these deer off this farm. Deer running all over this field. They're starting to go inward now. I appreciate your patience. I just don't want to spook all these deer out of here, you know?
Kate was being very patient, but it seemed like every time the deer were finally going to leave,
There's another one right there. See it?
This
Right there
time.
by the bridge.
yeah, more deer would show up.
These guys are still confused. These guys are going to wear a whole circle in the dirt walking around your buck over there. Every time I think they're going to leave, they come back around. Maybe this time they're going to give it up and go. Something spooked them. These guys.
This was getting to be an awful lot to ask of one young hunter. Still,
They're looking.
she toughed it out. Not once did she ever say, well, let's just run them out of here. And in exchange, well, friends, as far as I'm concerned, she got quite a show.
Well, there they go, finally.
There's one.
There's another one. Right by Charlie's new bridge. Right there. I said, oh, hey, nice bridge. Hey, shouldn't we go get your deer? Them guys are finally leaving. We'll let them get in the woods and then we'll go, okay? Just before anything else shows up. That's been awesome, girl. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. I am. I'm about to bust a button. Run, go get a deer.
Yeah.
Let's go get a deer. Ooh.
Well, it was finally time. Well, friends, it was finally, and I mean finally, time for Kate to go claim her prize. You're supposed to have to trail them, but I don't think there's no trailing today. Got the right one? Yeah? Got a knife? It's 9/11. 20 years ago is when the Twin Towers went down. Today. You weren't even born yet. I remember it. I remember where I was. I'm thinking that there's few people don't get to do this because of that. So I'm pretty thankful. I'm out here with you. Could have been me. Could have been anybody. Pretty awesome. What's your tag on them? That's a worry for older people. Not for you, not today. How many points did you say that was?
8.
8. Must be 4 on the side. New math. It's outcome based. It can be whatever you want as long as you're good about it. Yep, right in the middle and stick it together so they can read it. Congratulations, girl. How do you feel?
I feel really excited.
Yeah.
My hunts usually don't end that quickly.
Well, nobody's does. But we got quite a show. Not only did we get this one like 12 minutes into legal, then every deer on the farm showed up to see what happened. I'll tell you what, you did it all, and obviously you did it right. You picked your spot, you come out here, set up the blind, and I think it's a pretty good spot.
I'll have to thank Charlie and Wanda.
Yeah, you think? What a wonderfully generous. I tell you, our family has really benefited from their kindness, and I'd say you are. Wouldn't you? You think you'd hunt here again if they let us?
I'd be grateful to hunt here again.
I really want to thank them. They're just absolutely wonderful. Hey, I love you. You did a great job. You happy?
Thank you. I am.
Good. That's what's important to me. Congratulations, Miss Caitlin Lilly. What a tremendous day. What an awesome hunt. The whole experience, the whole show, as we call it. You made the right decisions. You held out, and then you made it work and pay, and that's the point. You are definitely ready to go out and handle deer hunting on your own, and I can't wait to see that next step in your career. We are so proud, and friends, we truly need to thank our wonderful host, Mr. Charlie and Wanda. Without access to such a great place, none of that would have happened. Hey, I hope you and yours got out there. I hope you had a great time, got to see some of the show just like we did, and I hope you go back out. Make sure you take your kids, all the young people. They need to know how to put their own hands on their own food. And who knows, you might just bump into Kate or me or somebody else from the family out there. And if we do see you, well, you know we're going to stop and share that cup and a fire, maybe a deer story or two. And if we don't see you out there, friends, well, then I'll be waiting for you right back here, so we can share another adventure from my Wilderness Journal. Friends, for information about anything on the journal, go to wildernessjournal.com. You can even stream previous episodes, just in case you missed one. And to post your picture or join the conversation, don't forget to like us on Facebook. The journal is underwritten by
your Northern Michigan Case and Case IH dealer, the Ina Store, with sales and service for Case construction equipment at their Bridgeport location, and both Case IH Farm and Case construction equipment at their Up North location in beautiful downtown Ina, Michigan. And by Mads Outdoor Products, a full-line Avalon dealer. Mads also features Featherlight trailers, livestock stalls and chutes, as well as boat, dock, and lift packages. Mads Outdoor Products, in the center of it all, Harrison and Cadillac, Michigan. And by
Quality starts at the quarries and the pits. To ensure every project exceeds specifications, Reith Riley is a pre-qualified aggregate producer and operates several full-scale and state-certified aggregate mines. To learn more about Reith Riley,
by J&J Smoked Meats, makers of ready-to-go, high-protein, low-sugar snacks. At home, or the game, anywhere, and everywhere. J&J Smoked Meat Snacks. Captioning provided by Woodland Taxidermy, a full-line taxidermy and rug service in Paris, Michigan.
Thank you again, my friends, for joining me, for becoming part of the Wilderness Journal family. A family that knows the wilderness is wherever and however you find it. And please, let our adventures serve as an encouragement. Step off the end of the asphalt. Head to the fields and forests and waterways. Put your own hands on your own food. Come out and see what free range really means. And be you 8, 18, or 80, man, woman, or child, know that there is opportunity and excitement enough for all, and all can be, for a time at least, wild. This is where we belong. It is our birthright, the legacy of our grandfathers. This is our first home. And friends, rest assured that until we see you again, be it out there somewhere or right back here, we'll keep your place at the fire and the lantern lit.